Hey guys, it's Battle Productions and welcome to my second project on my YouTube channel. And it is, well, first let me get into my games. Okay, there we go. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Alright, wait, let me get this sound. Yeah, there we go. But, okay, I have a long story to talk about, but I'll shorten it. So basically what I did is I bought this game on my 3DS XL. And that was probably about a couple weeks ago. And I was hoping that it would come out with a physical release, which never happened. So I decided to buy it digitally on my 3DS XL, complete the game, buy the DLC, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to LP this game. And I tried transferring this game over to my recording 3DS, and it's like, hey, guess what? If you want to transfer this over, you're going to have to format your 3DS. And as you can tell, I have a bunch of games. And I didn't want to lose them. So, this is where the fun begins. I call them. I'm like, hey, can I actually transfer this one game over to my 3DS without formatting it? They're like, nope. I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to just buy it on the eShop. And then I realize I put my actual date of birth onto my Nintendo Network account, and I couldn't access the account. So I had to call Nintendo twice to change my name. Well, not my name, my date of birth. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like 18 and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, okay. And yeah, they did that. And then, well, it was, yeah, the first person didn't know what she was doing, and that was quite fun. She's like, oh yeah, it'll take a couple days for it to, change, and then 2 days happened, and it didn't change. So I decided to call today, and the person I got was very intelligent, and he was like, oh, yeah, that wasn't very smart of her, and he did it instantly. So, yeah, that was my nice little story. I bought the game, and yes, this will be a full Let's Play. And I'll be doing the DLC case as well. It's going to be a long Let's Play. This game is really long. And, it's going to be a good side LP to Pokemon X, the Gender Lock Challenge. And it's because I want to start this franchise on my channel because Capcom is the company that made this game. And they're financially in trouble right now. And they are one of the only companies to support the YouTube gamers. So, I want to give back to them. So, let's get this started. And plus, if you guys were probably thinking, oh, Phoenix Wright, what the heck is this? You're like, oh, I've heard this game really isn't too good. Well, guess what? If you saw it from IGN, they are stupid. Yeah, they were like, hey, guess what? It's a side-scroller, so we're going to give it crap. I mean, it's a text-based side-scroller or whatever. So, it's just, they just didn't like the concept of the game. But it's not supposed to be for that. It's supposed to be for the puzzles and mind games. Yeah, mind games from my Blaze Black 2 Gender Lock Challenge, which I failed. But whatever. Let's get this started. By the way, this is before I get started, actually, yeah, this is a series that was created by Capcom, of course, as you can tell from the screen. Also, I mentioned it earlier. They started their series on the Game Boy Advance, and they brought their first game was on the Game Boy Advance, and they brought it to the DS as well. And then the whole series basically was on the DS, and this is the first 3DS release. They put the first couple games on Android, I think, and iOS, and they had definitely put it out on the WiiWare. And it looks like Capcom's going to be releasing a trilogy for the 3DS. It's going to have all the first 3 Phoenix Wright games, and I hope I can LP those in the future. So, let's get this started. Yeah, that was a very long introduction. But now here's a cutscene.
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble, and it's up to us to restore it to its former glory. Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board. been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it. Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
Are you all right, miss?
Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end.
Episode 1, Turnabout Countdown. The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy without discretion. Now, all I have to do is pin everything on that little girl. So yeah, as you can tell, there's some anime cutscenes, and the voice actors are actually pretty impressive, which is really good for a video game. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. So it's December 17, 9:22 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Huh. Nope. Not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl can get used to, even if a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie. You doing okay, Athena? Oh, it's that guy. Yeah, who's that guy from the cutscene? Oh, Apollo! Yeah, doing great. Like a hum little tune, great. Oh yeah? Well, that's good to hear. Although, I could sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Ooh, I'm that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel, I hear, I tell you. This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo's the lead for the defense on this case, but I'm going to be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. So that must be a little girl. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? That explosion really did a number on you. I'm just happy you're okay, Athena. Although, I could pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm going to see to that Juniper's name is cleared. And I'm sure you feel much the same way. You got that right. I won't rest until Junie's completely cleared of all suspicion. Apollo, Athena. Yeah, there's the client. Thank you for doing this for me. Junie. Okay, that was bad. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that ever again. Hey, are you okay? Well, sorry about that. I always seem to go into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens at home in the forest, though. This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear childhood friend, and she's also our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. But that's ridiculous. There's no way Junie would do anything like that. I brought you a little snack, Athena. Just a little something from my garden. Hey, thanks. So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange. My grandma says that orange is the color of strength and endurance. Oh, I get it. Strength for the trial, right? Junie, you're always so good to me. Jeez, look at me, standing here clutching an orange in my chest, with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there, they won't even know what hit them, right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. Come what may. This one trial. We just can't lose. Apollo! Apollo! Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he's really overdoing it. Who is that? Huh? The trial is about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom. What? Now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. I have to defend Juniper. Well, what are we gonna do? The trial's about to start with or without us. There's only one other option I can think of at the time like this. But even if I call him now, he'd never get there in time. No, wait. There's something else I can do. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff? Yes, miss? The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Athena! You're not seriously. You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second. Think about what you're saying. You never once taken a case on alone before, right? No hay problema. I can handle it, I think. But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would it really be okay with me taking over? Sure. I believe in you, Athena, and that's enough for me. You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart might be just burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now, so you'll just have to leave it to me. Alright, I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate that I can't be there, but I know you will give your utmost to defend Juniper. You bet I will. Rest assured of that. My name is Athena Cykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in the defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But I have to do this. And I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie. December 17, 9:46 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 5. Day 1, court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Well, the prosecution's also ready, Your Honor. Uh-huh. And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today. Yes, well, a substitution of attorney position was just submitted a few moments ago. Due to the explosion of the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue. I see. Not at all surprised he used that as an excuse to run away. With me as an adversary, who would want to feign illness in order to escape? What? The nerve of that guy! I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind! Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. Ah! This arrogant jerk! You arrogant jerk! No! Widget! Is my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now. No, you didn't hear anything at all, especially not from me. How odd. I've sworn I also heard something. Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. He sometimes bursts out what I'm thinking. Heh. Well then, if that's the case, it'll be a clear contradiction to what you stated. A contradiction? You just stated that you said nothing. However, if that device of yours say what you're thinking, then, you indeed said I was, what was it? Elegance at work? Eep! Actually, it was just an arrogant jerk. At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness. Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. Let us begin, but get back to the case. Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me the Rookie Humiliator. What a geek. I knew it. He is really an arrogant jerk. Arrogant jerk. Miss Cykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court. Oh, crap. Ach, I'm very sorry. And it was just a knee-jerk reaction. Now then, Mr. Payne, you're opening a statement, if you please. Thank you, Your Honor. Now then, the incident occurred yesterday here at this very courthouse in courtroom number 4. At the time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in courtroom number 4. Ah, yes, I was presiding over the trial as well. And Mr. Justice was there as a lawyer for the defense. A bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. It was a terrible incident. And courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Unfortunately, we couldn't start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. Just a few seconds more and it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life. But there was, in fact, one death, was there not? That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast, the body of the Dr. Candace's arm was discovered. And he would take the stand as a witness later in the trial. Well, she was going to be a witness, but whatever. I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. Oh, what a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I am stoned by at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape. Maybe the court should just go seeing you even shorter robes. The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out safely. Your Honor, allow me to submit this as evidence as the victim's autopsy report and details about the bomb. An arms autopsy report was added to the court record. Stuffed animal bomb added to the court record. Okay, I know how this works. All evidence for the trial is filed in the court record. When I want to check something out, I just have to touch the courtroom record button, or R. Well, I guess I'll have to take a peek later. Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand. Defendant, are you feeling alright? You're feeling looking a bit pale. I'm so sorry. I was a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. But I'm alright. Junie's really giving it her all. I better make sure I do the same. Heh. If we can please proceed. Your name and occupation, defendant? Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Miss Woods, can you confirm you were at the courthouse on the day of the question? Yes, I came to know Apollo Justice through my friend Athena. And so, I was there yesterday to watch his trial and lend my support. Something's wrong. Junie's really scared. Heh. Did you know that I'm also known as the defendant humiliator? Okay, you're an idiot. Just be quiet. It looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that, monkeyer. Grr. Does that arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what. Hey, you arrogant Prosecutor Payne. What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the Rookie Humiliator instead? Deep breaths, Athena. Don't let him get to you. Prosecutor Payne, Junie's telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up her claim when he saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said he was glad to get to the lotus root you gave him, too. He was? Oh, my grandma says the lotus root is good for your eyes. She said it can even help you see into the future. They can? Then that's the perfect present for a lawyer. And if that's true, I guess I must not have eaten them. A sweet meek girl like this, putting up a courtroom to bits? I must say that's very hard to believe. Objection. Now, Your Honor, don't let Don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime. What? That's not true. I don't know any kind of motive. I don't have any kind of motive. I don't even know who the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. However, that doesn't matter. The only thing that does is that her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself. Okay, this is becoming really bad. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? What in the world would Miss Woods want to do that? That's a very good question, coming from a novice such as yourself. But first, a question from the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? What? Well, why, yes, I have. And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system? Objection. Now you wait just a minute. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers. That is also a valid point. We wouldn't have a single courtroom. We would left standing in the land. I can see the accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the court. Miss Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. Decisive, huh? I believe when I see it. It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor. And what exactly was unique about this? Huh. Why don't we have Miss Cykes answer that question? Oh, huh? Me? Uh-huh. I noticed you appear to be very nervous, and well, the gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. Could he be any more condescending? Really, what thoroughly unpleasant man. L is for loser. What did it just say? Nothing, not a single thing. Now, let's see. What was it supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know. The court record. The information I need is somewhere in the court record. Alright, Miss Cykes. Let's hear your answer. What was unique about the bomb that blew up in the courtroom? Was it because it was? It was inside a stuffed animal. No, it was in the judge's pocket. Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Its evil intentions covered up by a cute exterior. Heh, very good. Have a cookie. The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? I'm fine, just like I said from the start. I can do this. Oh, yes, as I recall, the bomb was stuffed inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never even got to take a look at it. What connection does the impish elephant have to do with the defendant? The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence, which I have here. And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed. It's a tale, Your Honor. A tale of a poor victim of the explosion. This is incredible. Are you saying it was Detective Arms' tale? Oh, really, Judge? Oh, jeez. Your Honor is very close, but no, it belongs to the stuffed animal. It's called the Phony Fancy. A rather unpleasant name, if you ask me. He's the mascot of the campaigning to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not? Exactly. His motto is Phony Fancy is just trunked up. That's so wrong on so many levels. The Phony Fancy's tail is made of vinyl cloth, and we found something very interesting on the surface. The defendant's fingerprints. What? The Phony Fancy provided the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It clearly proves the accused handled the bomb. Eep. This is definitely not looking good. Looks like we're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. But that doesn't make any sense. Why would Judy's fingerprints be on it? That does appear to be pretty infutable evidence. The court accepts it into evidence. Phony Fancy tale added to the court record. Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this? I don't understand. How about you, Miss Cykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence? Well, I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. But I better come up with something. For Junie's sake. If you can't produce an answer, we can always go straight to the ruling if you prefer. Ah! No, I have to say something, fast! Oh no, I can't get my voice to work. Why now of all times? I thought I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court?
As you can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection!
Why, it's you.
Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Apollo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come here to help you out in his place. Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real rough time on my own. Oh, I don't know. I think you're doing just fine, all things considered. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now let's turn things around. Alright guys, next episode, we're going to see Phoenix Wright turn things around. So if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Check out the inbox and see you guys next time for some more Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies.